Okay, so it's time for my third review now, and if anybody's been waiting on this, I apologize. Been really busy lately, work stuff and all. Doesn't help any that it's dry down here and we're in triple-digit temps. Heat wave, gotta hate it. Okay, so decided that this next video is going to be a review of the Penguins of Madagascar episode Smotherly Love. Sorry for the stuttering. So, before I begin, let me just say one thing. I love my mom, and I'm pretty sure a lot of you do. Pretty sure a lot of you love your mothers as well. So, with that out of the way, I just want to say, let's get to the episode itself, alright? Sorry, bug. So anyway, the episode begins with the penguins in the park, and a moment later, Hans appears. Now, I just gotta say, Hans is perhaps my second or third favorite villain, behind Savio and maybe Dr. Blowhole. And I'm not really much of a Dr. Blowhole fan, but he's still awesome, don't get me wrong, but... So anyway... The thing I love with Hans is that he's lovably pathetic. I mean, seriously, this is one villain you can't help but feel bad for every time he fails. I mean, the guy's just basically like a child. Always trying to get into trouble, but he always whines, but he's always a whiner whenever he fails. And so, that's basically one reason why I like him, is because he's lovably pathetic. And you know something? It works to his favor, so I like him for that. So, as the penguins try to take Hans down, they accidentally destroy this tree where this possum woman lives. She gets scared and fakes her death, which is something that possums are well known for. Anyone who's ever studied possums, you know what I'm talking about. So anyway, oh, there might be some flashes going on behind me, guys. It's because I have the TV running. Sorry, I should have said that earlier. It's on mute, so it doesn't bother us. So anyway, continuing on. So they take it back to the they take it back to the HQ, and they start trying to resuscitate her. The thing I just find funny is that you got the penguin's usual antics going on here, which includes Kowalski electrocuting himself. Come on, could you expect anything less of the guys? And Skipper about to perform CPR, and once you know it, the woman gets up and turns out she's fine. I have to say, I love this woman. She's funny. Stating that she's had 14 boys of her own, so yeah, she's got experience with being a mother. And that's one thing I have to say is probably one of the hardest things to do is raise kids. I know, I've had to babysit my little cousins a couple of times, and they are quite a handful, I tell you. So, this woman raising 14 kids of her own, oh my goodness! That's an endurance. That's something you gotta have a lot of patience to pull off, raising a bunch of kids. I'm not saying anything bad about being a parent. In fact, I really hope I become a parent someday, a father. But to think that this one woman raised this many kids by herself. At least I'm assuming it's by herself because we don't see any husband around. And that's typical of possum. That's typical of possums. So anyway, Skipper tells her that they don't really need a mother around, but this causes her to have another fake out. And so Skipper tells her that she can stay. Seeing as he doesn't want her to die. So, then we get this montage of her baking these fish cookies, drying their hair, and then drying their hair. Penguins don't even have hair, man. Oh, well, it is a cartoon after all, so can't really diss that all that much. So anyway, where was I? What was I going to say? Or something else I was going to say. Oh yeah. And then Skipper, getting more interested after she reads the story of war to him, she starts getting more enthralled in this whole having a mother character around. Yeah. In fact, all the guys, they actually get really big into it. I mean, they even make a pencil holder for her. And the thing I love is when Rico actually slams his flipper down on the table, right down onto a tack. Ow, that hurts. I know it does. He starts crying about it. I mean, come on, this is Rico. What is he crying for? Oh well. Ma comes in, kisses it, makes it better. I'm thinking, wow, this woman is so good at her job. She even has Rico acting like a little kid. I mean, come on. So anyway, I mean these. Sorry guys. So anyway, the guys go out again. They encounter Hans again. And I'd say, seeing the guys in those hats and scarves, that was cute. That was really cute. I agree with Hans when he says that they look adorable. Although, I do disagree with him when he says that they were almost too adorable to annihilate. I say they are adorable enough to not kill. They were too adorable to annihilate. That's my view right there. So anyway, the guys chase Hans away. And Ma catches them, and of course, they get in trouble. Come on, guys. So anyway, the next night they sneak out while Ma isn't there. So they head out and they guess Marlene's place. And they tell Marlene about Ma being there. And she reveals exactly how possums work. Seriously, I'll tell you one thing. It was actually kind of weird to hear Marlene say the word stiff. You know, meaning dead body. Seriously, that's the first time I've ever heard someone ever say something like that on the show. And it came straight from Marlene's mouth, so bonus points to Marlene, I tell you that. So the Penguins go back and confront Ma. And of course, they kick her out. I have to be honest, that part really had me in tears. To see them just kick Ma out like that. And the sad look on her face. So of course, and the thing that I liked most is that the guys start feeling bad about it. They go back to the HQ, but they can't even eat the halibut hash because it makes them feel sad. Well, then they get an alarm and Hans is back, and this time he has Ma as a hostage. What's funny is that even though they had just kicked Ma out, she's still continuing her lecturing as they try to fight Hans. They open up their case and they got crayons, macaroni, glue. Yeah. Ma's continuing her mothering even though she doesn't live with them anymore. The bazooka shooting out bubbles instead of rockets. My goodness. And so anyway, so Hans manages to freeze the guys with his freeze ray that he's been trying to use the entire episode. Now that it finally works. Yeah, kind of reminds me of Mr. Freeze's gun. You know, Mr. Freeze from Batman, particularly Batman Arkham City, which I just started playing recently. That's neither here nor there. So it reminds me of Mr. Freeze. Yeah. Yeah, I refuse to acknowledge the movie Batman and Robin. No. Just no. So anyway, Mom manages to get out of her ropes and of course have another heart attack. Well, heart attack. So after this, Hans sees her and he's like, and he's thinking that he shouldn't have, and he's saying that he doesn't hurt poor sweet mama ladies. This guy's just so lovely pathetic this way, in this sense. And Ma stops him by punching him once, and unfreezing the guys with the freeze ray, but reversing the polarity of it, I guess you'd say. So the guys tell her that she can come back if she wants, but she tells them that she's needed elsewhere for someone else who needs some tough love. And we see her back at Hoboken with Hans, forcing him to eat his vegetables. Poor Hans. But seriously, I think the guy could use a mother figure around. Yeah, I wonder what happened to his. So anyway, how do I sum up the episode? I have to admit, it's not really one of my top favorite episodes, but I have to admit, it's one that I say is still pretty good. I mean, as I said, it may not make it into one of my top 10. It may not. Sorry guys, stuttering a lot lately. It may not make it into my top 10s, but I'm just gonna say, for what it is, it's pretty decent. So, if you get a chance, if you haven't seen it yet, check it out. So, anyway, with that all being said and done, I gotta work in triple digit temperatures this week. 6 days a week. Not to mention, my town has canceled its 4th of July fireworks celebration. Both the dry air and the heat, it's not surprising, so I'm not looking forward to a good week this week. I don't know when my next video will be. I don't know when my next review video will be coming out. If you guys are checking out my Let's Plays, I may have my next Let's Play video out soon, so just want to thank you guys for watching, and I hope you all have a good day.